if you're Real Madrid, is that something intensity that you should be asking your players? Just run that little bit harder, run that little bit further, get into their faces, because who knows what they're going to be like having played 120 minutes in midweek in Italy.
So the common sense thing would be to tell your players, if you're playing Barcelona, get after them right from the get-go. Because if they are tired, the last thing you need is somebody in your face, closing you down, hustling you, harrying you. That's the last thing you want. You want the opposition to sit back and let you get into the game and get settled, and all of those things that we would all love to be able to do at the start of a game. So if you're Real Madrid, you need to start this game fast. You need to get in the face. And of course, one of the problems Madrid have had is they've got a couple of players up front that don't get in anybody's face and who only seem to play when they've got the ball at their feet. And so that's going to be a problem. How do you close down Barcelona when you have a couple of players, particularly I'm thinking of Vinny and I'm thinking of Mbappe. I guess you probably know who I'm talking about. How do you do that? That's tough. And so that plays into Barcelona's hands as far as I'm concerned as well.
How do you stop Lamine Yamal?
You just got to get players around him, and try and make him go into areas where he can't really hurt you. You certainly can't allow him to come inside. And so you have to get numbers out there and force him wide all the time. Just keep him on the outside and make him play a pass backwards or at the very least sideways. You can't try and defend one-on-one. You have to make it at least 2-on-1. And as I said, you have to work together as a pair defensively to take him into areas where he's either just going to lay the ball off or where he can't hurt you. Now, that's easier said than done, because the kids right now is a bit of a genius, and regardless of where he is, he always seems to end up figuring a way out of getting past you and getting in a dangerous area. So, yeah, good luck whoever's up against him.
You talk about getting numbers, double teams. When you played for that really successful Liverpool side, there would have been individuals there that would have been double teamed, but someone's going to benefit from the space. The way that Barca move the ball around, it sets up perfectly, doesn't it? If they go two men on Lamine Yamal, Real Madrid, Barca just shift it around quickly, 2 or 3 passes, and there's someone who's unmarked, and you've got an overload on that side because already Lamine Yamal's got 2 on him and he's got rid of the ball quickly. So game of tactics, this one.
I think the term is pick your poison. because as you said, if you're doubling him up or trebling him up, there's space and there's a player available somewhere else. And if you look through this Barcelona side, they've got quality everywhere. It just so happens that Yamal's a bit special, along with a couple of other players. So, yeah, it really is a case of picking your poison.
People know what you do for a living, yeah?
Looks like you could do it.
Clearly.
Like it, I should say.
Will Barcelona be deserved winners of LaLiga if they get over the line first? And what will make them deserved winners, the way that they have played this season that's been a little bit different under Hansi Flick?
Well, if somebody said to you, right, I'm going to give you 2 tickets to any game in Spain you want, who do you want to go and see? You're going to say Barcelona. Yeah. I mean, it's really straightforward. It's not a difficult question. Real Madrid haven't been good to watch. They're probably more frustrating to watch than anything else. It's not an enjoyable hour and a half trying to figure out what the problems are and why certain things are going wrong. And I mean, it's just not an enjoyable hour and a half. Whereas Barcelona, I mean, my goodness, just sit me down, get them in front of me, and I know I'm going to be entertained. So, yeah, 100% Barcelona. If and when they do win the LaLiga, they absolutely deserve it.
And one last question about Barcelona before we get on to the Europa League final. Inter, I'm not saying they worked them out, because I think if you play that game that you played, or that tie as a whole, maybe 10 times, I think Barcelona probably go through 7 or 8 times. They needed good goalkeeping, Inter. They needed a little bit of good luck. With the style that Hansi Flick plays and the high line and the space in behind, as an opposition coach, Is that easy to work out how to play against? I'm not saying you're going to be successful, but the way that he sets his team up, Hansi Flick, and basically floods the forward areas with his players, how do you coach against that if you're the opposition?
Um, you know, you don't really coach against it. You obviously make sure that when you get the ball, you have to take advantage of it. I mean, that's basically what you're talking about. When you
Yeah.
play against a side like Barcelona, you know they're going to have the ball. You know you're going to have to defend. And so I think what you have to do is make sure you take care of the defensive side, because going the other way, I think your opportunities present themselves. So it's then about you taking advantage of those opportunities that they will present you, because there's no question that's what will happen. Regardless of the opposition, whoever they play against, they do give up opportunities. And so that really is the way you go about it. You stop them, and if you can stop them, then you know you're going to get opportunities. I think that's the best way to go to try and handle Barcelona.
And here's how you can watch El Clasico. It's live for you on ESPN and ESPN Plus. And I think I told a little bit of a white lie earlier with Bayer Leverkusen playing on Sunday. Of course, the Clasico's on Sunday at the same time as they're playing, so he might have to record it on his old VHS player, Xabi Alonso, and watch it rewinding and fast forwarding when he gets home. But you can watch it live Sunday, 10:15 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Coverage begins at 9 o'clock with ESPN FC pre-game show.